You say you feel stillness?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's more like dark stillness.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Keep moving time within the stillness. Keep moving time. See if anything changes within the stillness. Let me know. Does anything change?
I feel like I'm on Earth.
Good.
I feel like I'm.
You're able to see, sense, feel, hear, know everything very clearly now. Very clearly. Feel yourself. Do you feel like you have a body?
I must have a body, but I don't really feel it.
Good. You're able to feel, sense, hear, know everything very clearly now, very clearly. Are you able to recognize anything as far as where you are on Earth? Do you sense anything else around you?
I don't feel like I'm on top of the Earth. I don't see light really. It's more like in the Earth or something.
More like in the Earth?
I think so.
Okay, good. Allow yourself to be within that space, within the Earth. Keep moving time. Let's see something if something else happens of importance within the space that you are at.
It's like nothing's moving. It's just still. It's like not physical feeling. It's more like a thought, an idea,
Good.
It's very sort of peaceful. I'm just sitting in that.
Good. Keep enjoying the space. Let's see within the space that you are so comfortable and peaceful within. Let's see if you hear anything, any messages that you have within the space. See if any messages come to you.
It's like to stay there. It's like staying there and just holding a feeling.
Good.
That's all there is. It's just to stay there and hold a feeling.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. Since we are not moving from this space, higher self has brought you here for a reason. Let's go ahead within this space.
I came out, but I don't see things. I'm more just feeling that I'm out,
So you're out from inside the Earth, or are you still inside?
I'm out.
You're out. Okay. Feel around you.
Inside the Earth. There.
Say that again.
It was sort of like holding something. Something would get created, like holding stillness and holding the vibration so that things just get created around, but it's just a slow stillness in the earth, just holding, just being there. And if you just stay still, then things start to grow, to get created.
Good. Let's go back to that. Where you feel like things can grow from there. Connecting you back to that time and space. Back now. Let's go ahead and allow the time and space to be moved, and allow for whatever is meant to organically grow within the space, allow for it to grow.
It's like a vibration that starts from the center and moves outward in the earth. Just, it's like a vibration that just is creation. It's just adding energy, creating energy, starting energy outward.
Beautiful. Good. Just keep flowing with that. Keep flowing with it and move time and space, and see if there's anything else that's being shown to you in whatever form. Just keep communicating to me.
I just feel so, it's like I don't feel a movement in myself because I feel like my job is to stay still, and I feel very committed. And so it's almost like I sense what's happening around me because of that, and it just is kind of creating a vibration that's moving through the earth, moving outward toward the surface, closer, just outward. And there's a deep commitment to holding that, and so by holding that, it's hard for me to imagine moving.
Got it. Good. Understand. Thank you, love you, honor you, and respect you for all the aid you've given us today. I know that you hold all the records, different lives. May I ask questions?
Yes.
Good. You took her to the space that felt like a beautiful stillness of darkness. And she felt that she was inside of Earth. Can you tell us, why did you take her there? What was the purpose of that?
Because many times she feels inertia where she has trouble moving on to the next. And she was so dedicated and tried so hard, and it manifests in this life, which having sort of staying at whatever's going on in the moment without transitioning forward.
Beautiful. How does that relate to her in the now?
She's cautious and at the same time loves life. So there's a bit of a conflict in that.
Good. Anything else you want her to know about the space?
But she did a good job, and she did what from that feeling of inner earth and stillness and trying to grow creation, trying to create from there. She can move on from that. She loves the musical realm. It's more like
The musical realm now. Take her to that so she can really feel why she loves that musical realm now. Help her take her there and tell me what you see and sense.
Collective of light and vibration and joy, creation, wisdom and joy. And she loves that. She loves the laughter and the music. There's so many souls there. They're all so joyful.
Good. May she always remember this feeling there in this special realm of hers. Anything else you want to tell her about this realm or why she loves music? Anything else?
It's sort of the source of creation, of sound and vibration and joy. You can create that anywhere. People there, you can trust them. It's a very safe and transparent place. It's very authentic.
Does a certain realm have a dimension to it?
In what way?
Is it multidimensional?
Oh, yeah. Because it's part of source. The source of dimension.
Got it.
Music and sound and vibration. The source of dimensions.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and leave that scene. Let's leave that scene. Take us to another time and space that's important for her. For her highest healing. We're there now. Tell me what's going on now.
I feel like the time of Jesus was very important, and I feel like she was a shepherd. She loved sheep. She loves sheep. And she loved being with them, being outside with them, and roaming with them. And she loved Jesus at that time very much. She liked to talk about him to people, to others. He was very much in her imagination. She loved animals much, and the sheep were so gentle.
Beautiful. Are we able to connect to Jesus so he can give her a message? I
feel like the mother is here too.
Divine Mother is here too?
Jesus Mother.
Oh,
or maybe Jesus' grandmother. I don't know if it's his mother's or maybe his grandmother. I don't know.
Beautiful. Connect us ourselves to them now. We'd like to speak to whoever's there, Jesus, his mother or grandmother. Whoever's there, we'd like to speak to you now. Greetings.
Okay.
Who are we speaking to?
I think the grandmother.
Grandmother, Jesus. Greetings. Greetings. Love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you for speaking to us. Do you have a message for here and why you've showed your presence today?
I just want her to feel me, allow me, feel me, help me to guide her to feel what she loves to feel through me. I can help her with that. Gratitude and love. We are all connected. We are all one. Allow that feeling. Allow the connectedness. And allow the comfort, the love.
Beautiful. Thank you. Do you have any other wisdom you would like to share with us, please?
Lighten up. Just lighten up and feel. Lighten up and trust. Feel. Trust to lighten up and stay light. Allow the feelings, allow the connected feelings, the love, the power of love, the joy of love, the creation of love. Allow that to trump over the heaviness. Allow that to trump over sadness. There's no match.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Stay light. Stay above the surface. Skip along and stay light. Stay light. Laugh. Remember, laughter and joy is everything. The wisdom of the ages is in all of us. Allow it to come out. Allow it to lighten up. Just lighten up. Raise your vibration. Just lighten it up. Allow it. Allow it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
We are the wisdom of the ages. We are that. There's no separation.
Yes, thank you.
Music connects us all. And sound connects us all. It's important. Protect your hearing. Protect your ears. Be careful what you listen to. Hearing is...
You said to be careful with what we listen to?
Yes. Be careful what we listen to. Be careful what we allow. We can transmute vibrations. We can transmute them. But we could avoid bad vibrations too. Try in the higher vibrations and the feeling. And try to heal through that. Try to allow the healing and the connectedness through sound. Sound is a vibration. Sound is really important. They know that and they play with that with us. We have to become aware of that and then they'll just fade. That will fade once we are aware of it. We must protect our ears, Protect sound. Listen to the right sounds. Seek the right sounds. Reach for the right sounds. Vibration.
Does that also
healing.
go ahead?
They're healing. They are creation.
Good. Does that also include just be careful to listening to any kind of sound? Do you mean like music or people or the sound that comes out?
Yes, voices, words, voices. It's all vibration. Music. They've changed the music to create vibrations in us. We need to get back to real, to source sounds, sounds of source, to connect to source. Not music that is a run up to source. Diversion from source to other realms. They create music as a diversion. Music is source.
Thank you.
Listen to music that feels good to you. Think how it makes you feel. Think how music makes you feel when you listen to it. And that will be your guide.
Yes. If we listen to a sound that is perhaps not in the highest level of, say, source, as you said, can that affect us in some way?
Yes, it affects you when you're not purposeful, but you can transmute it. You can transmute those sounds and they take in purposeful and they're not transmuting. So it's guiding them. It's guiding them. So conscious listening.
Would we be able to ask you some questions as being the grandmother of Jesus? Is that okay? Some of these questions?
So.
Okay.
I hope so.
Thank you. So we've been told that you and Mother Mary were of the Essenes. Is that correct?
Elohim,
yes. Elohim, or also the Essenes, which was a village near Jerusalem, but on the outsides of it that had caves. And can you tell us anything about this?
Of the Elohim? I think of the Elohim.
You're the Elohim?
Perhaps of the Elohim.
Yes.
Perhaps that's the source.
Yes.
Of them.
Good.
And they're for protection. The
Elohim are?
Guardians, yes, guardians.
Okay.
Guarding the sacred.
Thank you. Now,
just by being there is enough.
Tell me why that is. I think it has some correlation to where she was taken inside Earth, and she was just being, just holding that stillness. That
again, it's vibration. It's vibration. It's stillness. It's a vibration of the highest. Stillness is not no vibration. It's at the highest, and it's its source of creation. Stillness is the source of creation. And just by being there with Jesus and holding the vibration is enough protection. Just be there. Just by being there. Being aware, being a guardian, just holding the vibration, just being there. Connecting. Holding the connection. Jesus was a master at holding the connection. Holding the connection.
Just hold it. Just be that bridge. Just hold it.
Yeah.
That had to do with something Jesus has taught us is holding the love light. Hold the love light. Does that have connection to that?
Yes, it is the same. It's a word. Love, light, words. Those are words. It's the same.
Why is it so important to hold that vibration?
It's the connection. It holds the connection of source, the highest possible, and the highest possible creation. Creation is vibration. Creation is for source. You create from vibration, holding that connection in the highest creation, holding the highest.
Just hold it. Yes, hold it.
Yes, just holding it.
Tell us how does that, if we do that as individuals, how does that assist the collective? Why is that important?
It gives the collective something to hold on to raise with, to create with, to grow with, to heal with, healing, holding on to, connecting. We're all one, raising, line to source, holding the line to source. So no matter what is going on around us, no matter what it is, we must just hold it. Just that's a protection. That is what's going. That is all. That is that connection, that vibration, that source is. That is all. That is everything. We must connect to each other, hold on to each other, pull each other, hold each other, vibrate with each other, raise each other. You said that is our protection? Yes, that's our protection. That is everything. That is source. Are you saying that it is our protection because it's source? So therefore things that are not of source, they can't perhaps, infringe upon you or affect you because you're just holding source? Yes, they are not of that. We are of them. The stronger we feel that, the more distant that other becomes. It is the other, not of that.
That's beautiful. Very important. So simple, but yes, so important, huh?
Yes, it's so simple. It's so simple. It is also simple. That is why they create chaos. It makes it more difficult. It is simple. Chaos is the opposite of simple. It sets energies in all kinds of directions. Just let the energy settle into the highest. Just settle into the highest. That was, in a way, I don't know. Jesus was settling into the highest. He wanted all to know of Source, of God. We are all of that. Of settling into the highest, just settle into the highest. That is where the strength is. That is where creation is. That is where the love feeling is that we call love. It is the feeling of completeness. Because completeness is Source. Source is complete.
Beautiful. Good. Is that why often we hear sometimes when we speak to certain people on earth are just here to hold that love, hold the light. Is that why there's so many doing that now?
Yes, they try to create competition to make you feel not enough, that it isn't enough just to come here and be, just come here and be, hold the light, be of Source, be of all that has been before you. Just be that and bring it here. It is here. Hold it here. Grow it here. Let it vibrate here. That vibration permeates the earth, grows all of us. We are all of that. And they create competition and chaos and division to forget, so we don't feel peace, to just sit and be. And that is all that's necessary. That is all that's necessary to connect to others. You don't need to talk. You don't need to be on the phone. You don't need to see each other. Just be and vibrate with each other and be of each other. Powerful, not of the other. That dissolves the other. It fades the other away. It is not of that. It is not of that. So the more of that we have, the less of the other is here. It will go.
Thank you. I love what you said about how they make it into a competition. Because yes, they make you feel like, oh, if you're just here to be and just to hold the love light, that's not much you're doing. But in actuality, what you're saying is actually the grandest thing, the grandest vibration that you could be doing.
Yes, it's the grandest thing. So they steer us away from it in every way possible. But we are all of Source, so we all figure it out in different ways at different times, and we connect, and we always will. They're not a danger to us. They're not a danger to us. They will never penetrate us. It's just a game we play. And we ultimately come back to Source. We come back to who we really are, because that's the best feeling. That is the feeling of completion, being complete, vibrating at the very highest levels, growing from there, creating, vibrating outward. It's a beautiful feeling. We bring that here to this beautiful earth. This beautiful earth sustains us. We sustain it. It is of us. We are of it. We're not separate.
Thank you. Thank you for such an important, yes, so simple, but vastness, a vast of sacredness to what you just explained. Thank you for that. Good.
Jesus loved the people so much. Jesus was so full of love, because he vibrated at that level, and he was holding on to us. We protect him. We all protect him. We all protect each other. And the noble ones that dare to rise, we protect them. We hold them. You are held. You are in high esteem. We hold you in very high esteem. You are held dearly. Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
You are of Jesus. You are of Jesus. You are so connected. You are continuing his work. He is continuing his work.
Good. He's continuing his work through us.
And himself and with you. It's less through you, because you are of him. He is alongside you. He is alongside you. You are alongside him. You are alongside him. Of each other. We are of each other, and we transcend these dimensions we talk about. We talk about third, fourth, and fifth dimensions. Well, we transcend all of that, because we are of Source. We are of Source. We should just aim for that, be of that. We all hold on. We hold on to each other, guard each other, develop each other, encourage each other, give each other courage, give each other strength and courage. And courage comes from courage. We encourage, we bring courage. We inspire, inspiration, we inspire each other, all of us that are here of Source. We are all of Source, or we wouldn't be here. We are here for each other. We are of each other. When we serve each other, we serve ourselves. We serve Source. We are connected. It is not being a martyr. We are not martyrs. We're not martyrs. We are of Source. We are it. We are being who we are. We are emanating that. When we are at our highest, we are emanating that. Anything lower is suppression, confusion, or disallowance. But as long as we allow, we are emanating Source, and we should drop all the labels. We don't need labels. We just need to be. We just need to be and glow. I don't know the word. It's like a glowing. It's like an emanating, a vibration. It's not a vibration, isn't the good word. It's like a resonance. It's almost like a resonance. Kind of like the bowls that you were playing earlier. Sound. It's easier to think of sound. Light language. Light language will come back with telepathy, telepathic abilities, light language, skipping along the surface, staying light, thinking light, being joyous, laughing, hearing, listening for light, listening for the light, listening for the light.
It's beautiful. Yes. Good.
You are a warrior. You are an angel. You are very strong. You are sacred in this realm. You are very, 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 very protected.
You said
protected.
Well protected.
You're very well protected.
Thank you.
Yes, I feel because of the courage that you have and the healing and the chasing out, and all you have to do is feel for the light. Just feel, feel, feel. And you will come right back and snap right back into who you are.
Mm-hmm.
All the power out of you is connected to Jesus, who you love so much. It's connected to that line,
Mm-hmm.
And Yeshua is such a beautiful name. When you call him Yeshua, it's a vibration in itself. Just the name is a vibration.
Yes. So whenever we're in... Go ahead.
So I'm sorry, please ask about yourself.
Can you say that again?
Were you just going to ask something about yourself?
No, I was going to say, well, thank you for that message for myself. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you infinitely. So in other words, when sometimes we feel like a bit, or especially if you're a warrior, right? You're out there and you're speaking truth. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you could feel, the darkness or the ill intent out there somewhere to affect you. So when you're in a situation like that, is what you're saying is just feel for the love light. Feel for the light. Feel it.
Yes.
In.
Listen for the light. Your ears are so powerful. Listen. And as you listen, you'll start to feel it in your temples and your cheekbones. It will start to fill you. And then you won't feel pressure that they put on us. You know that pressure? They love to pressure our abdomens, our solar plexus. You know that? They love the solar. And we can fill ourselves very quickly and transmute that. Transmuting is so much more powerful than pushing against. You transmute it is changed, it is different. Resistance is not the direction. Transmuting is the direction. Listening will bring you to your highest, and you are so much more powerful than any thought that could come to you of darkness, because it is a thought. It's more of a thought than anything else. And then when you listen, the thought transmutes into the power that we are. And it's a completion, it's a filling, it's a feeling of ecstasy and completion and creation. And we call it love or light. Or those are words. Feelings are more powerful than words. Words sometimes can hold one down because you seek for a feeling to match a word, when in fact light language is more about making a sound in relation to the light that you feel, the energy that you feel. It's the reverse.
Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to think of questions to ask. Everything you said is so beautiful.
The warrior energy is misunderstood. It's associated by the dark ones with dark and with heaviness, but warrior energy is light and it's expansive and it's impenetrable. You cannot permeate it, and it is connected to all that is, all that we are.
Thank you. That's really what a warrior means. Good. I love that. Tell me what it was like. Were you able to meet Yeshua when he was born?
No.
Tell me what that was like from above, say, then, since you weren't able to meet him physically. Is that what you said?
It's about protection. It was known. It was an agreement. We all agreed to protect him so that he could hold the highest possible light, the highest possible connection to source, to do the greatest amount of healing and waking up and connecting and leaving a legacy that transcends time. It transcends time because he's still here. He's still here. He's still here. And it was an agreement for all of us. And It was an important part of the timeline, very important part of the timeline.
He was able
You
to
have to meet people where they are.
Mhm.
You have to meet people where they are. Connect to them. He came to connect, meet them where they are, but stay connected at the same time, knowing, having full knowing that he was protected. He had that ability to not wobble, not waver, and to reach out and meet and touch with people, meet them where they are, to help them connect and reconnect, wake up their wisdom, wake up their wisdom, wake up their awareness, waking up and hang on, He hung on, he hung on. We're all of him. We're all still protecting all that he is, all that he is, because we are of that too. We are all of that. We are all of that. He tried to tell us that. He tried to tell us we are all of that. It is all still here more than ever. It is growing. His work is here. And others. There were others. There were others. We are that.
Yes.
Many don't. They don't know. They don't know. They're here. They're here. They're connecting. They're vibrating. They're being. They're being. And they don't really need to know, because at the deepest level they know. It still happens, whether they know or not. It still happens.
You mentioned that you all were protecting him. That was, an agreement, to protect him. And him feeling and knowing that he was protected is what gave him the protection to accomplish his mission.
He knew, he stayed connected. He knew we are all of one. And he leveraged that. We used that. He stayed with those that were under fire. He just stayed connected. He stayed connected. He would reach out. It would test his vibration. He would stay connected. We would raise his vibration. He had that knowing. He had that confidence. He knew his source. He knew what he was of. So he was resilient.
Mm-hmm. I think that's...
We were there to hold
Go ahead.
him so we could help. We were there to hold that for him so his resilience was as strong as possible, so that he could be brave. He could be brave and go out, because he knew how to come home. He knew he was never leaving home. He could go out because he was still home all at the same time. We were his home. We are his home. We are all each other's home. We have courage to go out because we know we are home always. If you know where home is, if you feel your home, you have the courage to wander out. You're never really wandering because you're always connected. You're always connected. Division is the power of the dark, because they know they are not of the connection. That is why they fight the connection. They are not of the connection.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about us here in this time and space? I know we can, but what do you think? I think that's so important that we all to do what he was doing, to know and feel it, tap into that light that you explained of source, and to know and feel that protection, and feel that protection that is, that is our guardians, our angels, our benevolence of ascended masters, to feel all of them around us, and to feel and know without wavering ever that we are always protected no matter the situation that we are in.
Yes, beautiful.
We can do that here too, right? Everyone can do that.
Yes, I feel that the words around us is a disconnection. They are of us. They are not around us. They are of us. We are all one. We are connected, and we are connected. We are of that. So it is not you and them surrounding you. You are growing with them. You are emanating with them. You are of them. Mm-hmm. And allow the frequency, allow the complete feeling, allow the vibration, the frequency, the feeling. Feel your way everywhere. Drop the mind and feel your way where you want to be. And everyone is of the light. Everyone is feeling their way. Everyone is connected, or they wouldn't be here. They're feeling their way into growing the feeling of connectedness. It's a feeling, but they must know that they are of that. They are of that. To have the peace of that, the confidence of that. Jesus had that peace. He knew he was of that.
Yes.
He knows he's of that. He's still with us. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
He's with us always. We're all with each other always.
So we're one with these guardians as they are one with us. And then
And we are guardians. You are a guardian.
Yes.
They are guardian.
That is so powerful. Like if you were to tap into that, the fact that you are the guardians and the guardians are you of love, light. That is because then you tap into that infinity of that divine power, and also the source love light of that. That is very, wow, beautiful, invincible.
It's a recognition. It's you are tapped into it. That's because you are. You are.
Mm-hmm.
So you are tapped into it. It's the recognition. The recognition grows the powerful feeling. The feeling. The guardians. What guardians? Your animals, your dogs, your cats, your loved ones. They're your guardians. You're their guardians. We're all connected. We all watch out for each other at different moments in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awareness of consciousness. Jesus was bringing the awareness. He wanted the awareness. Just tap into the knowing of who you really are. He wanted us all to know who we really are, which is really one. We are all connected. That is our power. That is our source. That is our creation. That is why division is of the dark, because they are not the connected source, and they want to take our awareness away from that. And we must listen and feel, listening and feeling to hold our connections, hold our connections.
Yes. How about sometimes the oneness speech is inverted, and it's very beautiful and interesting that you are speaking of this, because it's something we've been talking about. How about when we, for example, well, you've made it very clear that we are one with the love light and the guardians, but something that sometimes people don't understand, that they need to make it clear with the feeling and the frequency vibrations, that you are one with the love light, the organic. Sometimes people say we're all one, but sometimes that could include the AI or the dark entities that are trying to stop us from being one with the love light. Can you say something about that?
If you're feeling your connection, if you're vibrating, you are always vibrating, you are always connected. But when you are conscious of it and feeling it, they are not of that, so they are not there. They are not there. They're just simply not there.
Good.
They're just simply not there. They're not of that. So the more we grow our consciousness of that, allow the feeling, allow the listening, allow the vibration, allow the feeling. It's gone. It's gone. It's just gone.
Beautiful.
It is not of that is our power.
Thank you.
When you fear something, they're putting consciousness. If you're conscious that you are that, you are connected, you are the guardian, you are the source, you are everything. That is a consciousness that exists, nothing else. A thought of anything else is something else. So if there is a thought of AI, that is AI. That is not of source. That is not of consciousness. So the idea is where you put your focus. Where you put your focus. If you don't focus on the other, it doesn't exist. Focus on all that is, all that you are of that.
Yes. So in other words, ensure that you are focusing specifically on that infinite love light of source, and that is what you're one with. Thank you.
Yes, if you're cold, you don't stand in the snow and focus on the snow.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to feel warm, you focus on warmth, and you feel your way to warmth.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, and so the media is designed to bombard us away from the simplicity of our source connection.
Yes, thank you.
Competition designed to appeal to our physical beings, because it can be very fun to feel your body and challenge yourself. And they've twisted that to make it one against the other, rather than just feeling your own self and challenging your own self within your realm, because they want the division. They don't want you to remember that. They don't want you to practice your connectedness. They have us practice division in many ways. And it's up to us to practice our connectedness, to practice our connection, to practice our connection to each other, to source, to that which we desire. And again, that's focus, and it's intent. It's intent, focusing with intent. They have us focus on what they want us to focus on. That's why the media is present. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't be able to divide us, because our natural state of affairs is connection. And we do gravitate back to that again and again and again, because that is our natural state. That is the natural order. That is all that is. When people start rejecting the division, then they move to the other, which is connection. And that is happening. That's happening now. They took it too far, where it felt too unpleasant too quickly. They've been having us feel unpleasant over time, but now they did it too quickly. Enough people are rejecting that and trying to reconnect They are connected, but they're trying to become conscious of their connection. They're reaching for it mentally, trying to connect mentally, consciously to who they are, to their source, to each other. That is special. That's a special time.
Thank you. Something she said, I think. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
Yes. No, it's a very special time. It's a very special time.
That it is. I think Yeshua really prepared us for this time, huh?
Yes, he and others. He was part of an agreement, part of an idea, He had the power, he had the strength.
I think something she said. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
We all admire him so much. In gratitude.
Ah, yes. Why do you think, how was it that he was so, wow, such a beautiful soul? Until this day, who knows, maybe thousands, if that, of years, there's still people think of him and they cry and they love him like he was like he was their best friend, or he was right there with them. What was so unique about him that left such a beautiful mark in this world?
He met people where they are in order to connect to the part of them that was however much light they could connect to. It was through light, through a spark. He sparked them, and he was a reminder of who they really are. And so that source of reminder is what everyone's reaching for, that spark, to grow that spark. The source, the original source. He reminded everyone that he touched, that he came in contact with. Those that think of him come in contact with him. Just thinking of him is a spark in itself. And it's something we all long for because it's completion. It's who we are. It's source. It's what we are. So it's that feeling of feeling complete is what we all yearn for. So we're all reaching for more of that. And that's that light, that spark. He purposefully reached out to spark whoever he could of their own remembrance. So when they think of him, eventually they'll realize they are of him, and they will grow. They are of that, and that is their consciousness growing. So they feel that, and that we are all one. It is not reaching for another being because we are all connected beings. He's a reminder. Waking, he woke up. He was happy through the love, through the light, through the force, the power of him and those surrounding him, not surrounding him, of him, connected to him, holding him, holding the vibration, holding the light, serving as a source to just connect to as many as possible.
Wow.
Starting a chain of connection.
That is vast. It is huge. It is infinite, what you just said. Any time and space, that's how I feel. So I love how you explain that. Yeah. Wow. Such an important role to do that for others, like you explained how Yeshua did that. Wow.
He just is, he was being in the biggest way. He was being, and that was sparking, and that spark is in all of us, because that's how we are. We are of that.
Amazing. Thank you. I think something she said, a statement, actually, right before we started putting her into her hypnosis to past life regression. She said something. She said that she's not really interested, she says, like alien races, what alien race or galactic she is. She just feels like she is. I think that's very beautiful, and it connects a lot with all that you're saying. She doesn't feel like, okay, if she might have been Pleiadian, like she's gonna just identify as Pleiadian, or just identify as a Dramadan. She really, understands that we are all. Did you want to add it to anything to that?
Yes, we are all connected sparks throughout. We're just sparks, connected. By thinking of something, you connect to that, you are that, you can experience that. The source connects to all. It is a spark to all. It is a pathway to all, connection to all, consciousness in all ways. It's limitless. It's not limited to a star or a planet or a being, a body of any sort or element of any sort. It is all of that. It is source. It is creation. It is joy, spark, light. We are all of that. We all dance at that. It is fun to identify in different ways at different times. It is not all of that, though. It is a moment in time, or a moment, or an experience, or it is everything that we are, that we've created. It is all of the spark.
Beautiful. So what you're saying is that even though, say, for example, we've been all these different versions of us through time and space, we to always still remember that even though that is fun and joy and has brought us, say, much wisdom and experience, because that's the part of that, right? That's a big, huge part of that, is to incarnate and to be these different versions of us. That's supposed to be bring joy to us, bring happiness and experience and expansion. But then also to remember that you're not just that, you're also all of you and all the guardians, like you mentioned, and you are the guardian and you are source. That's beautiful.
You are being all of that. Where your focus takes you, you be. And then back again to the broader, to home. But it's just being. You can be in different realms. You can be in different ways to be. Playfulness, joy, listening, feeling. You don't know if the word is expanding, but it's just sort of seeing where the frequency takes you, the vibrations take you. It's being. Just
being fully just free flowing and not staying stagnant in one. For example, one version of you being free flowing with all the oneness of you. That is also.
Well, if you're a Palladian, you say, I'm a Palladian, then you're a Palladian at that time. You're being a Palladian.
Mm-hmm.
But your being is connected to source. Mm-hmm. So it's always that. If you're being a human, your source is connected to that. You're being that. Your source is always connected to what you're being, because you're being. You are.
In other words, you were just
fun.
Yeah, it's fun, yes. But in other words, you were just playing in that time and space. So move past that. And you also mentioned, though, that you were Elohim, or you had a connection with Elohim. Can you explain that?
Well, I just feel Elohim. I don't understand, really. I don't know. I just feel Elohim. Elohim feels like source. It feels like creation. It's a feeling when you say the words. It's of many things. It's just being. I don't think I don't know. I feel like it might be a place. It might be a group of souls that I feel connected to. It feels more like an energy, and it just feels like a sparklight. Very playful. Very playful. But by being the source, you're also the guardian. You are being, and you're also the guardian, because your focus is your choice. You're choosing your focus, and you're being that. You're being.
Thank you.
You're waking people up. For some reason, I feel like I have to say you are also sparking. You are sparking. Courage, encouragement, courage. You're encouraging through your courage to spark. And alongside Yeshua, alongside others. And that is joyful for you. It's a way of being for you at this time, at this moment. You've been many things. You are going to be many things. And this is what you're doing now. This is your focus now, with all that you are.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the message for me. I really appreciate that. I really love it. I love it. I am in gratitude for you and your beautiful expression to me, as I love you dearly, dearly, as you know. I think Yeshua also represented that a lot, though, because, not everything was for him. Sometimes he had to be a catalyst and say things that others wouldn't, or to help people transform.
Courageous.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Courage encourages. It starts to pull people forward and spark others. And when you have the knowing of your source, and that you are connected, and that you are a guardian, and of guardians, you are being guarded, and you guard. It brings courage, and it brings truth and wisdom. And truth and wisdom is a spark in others, because they are of that. We are all full of truth and wisdom. We all are of that. And it is a reminding, an awakening. And then from wherever they are, that is the beginning to the next, to the next, to the next. Hopefully connect more and more and more. Jesus was an amazing source during these times for that. It still is, as you say. Just thinking of him evokes a feeling in so many. And it's a vibration. It's a feeling. It's a vibration. The dark ones try to take it away by creating a curse word with his name, like showing movies where people get angry and use his name in anger because they want to connect anger to his name. They want to connect negativity to his name. But in the end, truth and wisdom and source and what we are of is all that there is. So it always, the resilience will always will be. And the faith and knowing that we are always coming back to source. We're always coming back to our connection. We're always connected. Our consciousness of the connection is sort of a rubber band. It comes and goes, it stretches, and comes back. It's more the consciousness of who we are, not who we are. Jesus knew who he was. He knew that that was not temporal. We are all of that. It is not temporal. But the consciousness is what swings around. The consciousness of that is what swings around. And that is what they play with through their media and their games.
Thank you. Is there a name that you go by, Grandmother of Jesus? Is there a name that you go by?
My name Elohim comes up again, but that is not my name.
Okay, thank you.
I love the name Louise, and I love my middle name Louise. But the name Elohim just is not I feel that a name attaches separation to consciousness.
Yes.
I feel like it's a reference point, but it is a separation, isn't it? When we are really all one. We are. It's a feeling. I feel that if we stay in our feeling body, if we stay in our feeling vibrations and our listening vibrations, that is our language. It will probably, I guess it replaces words in other realms through telepathy and vibrational speaking. Maybe like language is that, I don't know. But words can be disconnecting, when words change of vibration. They play with that too. They play with names. It's interesting, you call Jesus Yeshua and they call Jesus Jesus. Why is that? It's the vibration. It's vibration. And sometimes we create vibrations without knowing it. And they are quite intentional by directing our thoughts and our action and our words, the words we use, the language. Many people don't like to speak because they don't like the vibration the words bring. They don't match the high vibration that they are. Maybe that's why they say silence is golden, because you're allowed to raise your frequency and vibration to who you really are. When you start to speak, it feels clumsy. Yet we need those words now. We need that to connect, to meet people where they are.
Yes.
Language will evolve. Language will evolve to match our vibration.
Also beautiful. Thank you. Infinitely beautiful. All that you've spoken today with your vast wisdom. Thank you. Grandmother of Yeshua, it truly has been an honor. Is there anything else that I could have asked that you want to share? Any other message that needs to be shared in this time and space before I speak back to her higher self?
Yes, when you start to wobble, just feel Jesus. Feel, and you'll come back into your own very quickly. You'll snap back into your own. Just feel him.
Yes. Gorgeous. Thank you. You are such a beautiful, divine soul of creation. You are a gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you. Honor you and respect you.
You are honored by the great ones. Please remember.
I shall. Thank you. May I please speak back to her higher self now?
Yes.
Thank you, higher self. What a gift you have given us today, connecting us to a beautiful grandmother of Yeshua. Thank you for that today.
Yes.
Many will heal through her, hearing her and her tone and her all that she spoke of through the sound of her. We humbly think of the whole entire experience. Thank you.
I pray so. Thank you.
Thank you. Greetings. It is such an honor to be here with you, explaining what Galactic Soul History book series is about. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing, which you will find here in our beautiful books. Book 1. Every part of this book is divinely beautiful, beginning from the cover and the amount of wisdom and knowledge that is being shared. This book began by A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing Technique by conducting past life regression on over 330 clients within the last 3 years, where they told their galactic history, their soul journeys, explaining who they were, somewhere beyond the veil, beyond this earth, in the dimensions, in a universe, these different higher self expressions surprise me just as much as they're going to surprise you. You're going to start reading this book and you're going to want to learn more and more about these different expressions, not wanting to stop. Through these past life regressions, the clients were able to remember consciously what is within the subconscious as far as where it is that they've traveled throughout time and space, their souls have traveled, and they were able to share histories of different dimensions, planets, and universe and alternate worlds that brought forth pieces of the puzzle, pieces we had thought that we had forgotten. And through every self-expression that they share and these different past lives that they're sharing or future, we learn to be able to remember self, because as we are all fractals of one another, through this book, you will learn how, even if a client is talking through a higher self perspective or some of the angelics are talking, you will learn how each one of those have messages even within your life, as we are all expressions and reflections of one another. True history of the galactic history of the universe through all different forms of these higher self expressions, these different clients of throughout internationally throughout the world didn't know each other, but yet we're able to put this beautiful collaboration together. It goes through an infinite amount of how to self-heal, as well as things that are very sensitive, as the My Lab, as how to weave through the artificial matrix and learning to come out from it into the organic matrix. I am a channel to the Galactics, and we channeled furthermore information through this book as well. You will remember your soul through other selves. This in itself is infinitely beautiful, because this is why we fractalize from source itself, so that we can learn from one another, sharing each other's journeys throughout our different incarnations so that we could grow together. So this is what this book is all about, sharing these beautiful infinite expressions that help you grow in the most profound ways, gaining your sovereignty, gaining your power back, recalling memories long lost within perhaps your memory field, activating your crystalline energies, your crystalline bodies, just as you will fall in love with each one of these different clients, these beautiful souls in these soul journeys. You will also learn to fall in love with yourself, because you, with every wisdom, every knowledge gained through every single session that you will learn how to also self-heal within your etheric, your energy body, your physical body, your infinite soul. You will learn all these different things that we thought were not possible, that you will learn that they are possible. Looking forward to meeting you perhaps in the future through whichever form, whether that is on my YouTube channel, whether it is through any class or certification, through a workshop, through a seminar. Thank you for following your heart to mine. I love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you.